My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Taurus, I am going to be doing a reading for you today about pivotal moments in our lives where we could turn one direction or another. Just before I start, I just wanted to say I'm so delighted to be back doing these readings. I did take a moment or two to step away, enjoying the process of moving home and now sharing and enjoying that this space now with my family. And one of the spaces is this wonderful garden room that was very kindly built for me by a lovely friend. And the energy here is just perfect. And it's a place where I'm going to really enjoy doing so many readings in the future. So let's move ahead with your reading. If it resonates, I would be very grateful if you'd like, comment, share, subscribe. If it doesn't resonate, my darling, it simply means that this reading wasn't for you at this particular time. There's always a reading out there for you at exactly the right time, guided by spirit. So Taurus, let's move ahead and first of all see what I'm going to be doing is using my Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, which I have just got the major arcanas here. So I'm going to be looking at what pivotal moment you are at this time. This is a life-changing event, a life-changing decision. And then I'm going to be using my Affirmators Tarot, which is a wonderful, very sort of lovely touchy-feely tarot deck I got recently, which I'm just in love with. And then I'm also going to be using the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. So let's move ahead with the reading for Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Where are they? This pivotal moment in their life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What wants to come out? It's jumping. It's jumping. So you've got two cards that have come out, and at the bottom of the deck you've got the Fool. So this is something that's a start of a brand new cycle for you. You've got both the Justice card, and you also have got the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess card I saw first. I'm just going to talk about that first. The High Priestess card, in relation as well to this Justice card, is there's obviously something you are making a decision about, something that's very, it's very important for you. It's a sort of life, it's a pivotal moment, it's a sort of life-changing event. But you're having to make a balanced decision about it. Now, with the High Priestess card here, it's saying trust in your intuition, trust in your feelings, listen to your feelings. Try and calm this monkey brain that's happening with all these worry thoughts going around, and allow yourself, which is like a sort of clashing band, and allow yourself to listen to the flute that's quietly playing in the background if you just quieten the rest of it. This is advice for you to take. There's a need at this moment for you to take a step back and to start observing what is happening around you, observing why this is happening always for you, and what is this trying to teach you as well. It also says that there is information there that's not available to you just yet, but that is for your greatest good. You will learn the answers at the right time that you're meant to learn the answers, but please trust in your intuition. Be silent, listen, and silent and listen contain the same letters. So it's through listening, and thank you, Spirit, it's through listening to understand, not just listening to reply. So it's very important, whoever it is that you are dealing with this situation, that you do listen to understand. You don't just listen to reply. And Torah in this card is about divine law. It's about divine timing for you as well with this. Now, with this Justice card, as I said, it's about that balanced decision, but it's also about truth. It's about finding your real truth. It's about finding your true path. And there may be, you may have felt that you've come close to it, or you're coming closer to it. And this is about finding that path, but from listening to your heart and to your feelings. Quieten this and listen to this. Okay, so and it may be something to do with a very committed relationship that you're in at the moment. It may be to do with something where you feel that that isn't the path that you were meant to be on, and that there is something else out there for you, but you have to listen to your feelings. And this is the advice coming through very strongly from Spirit. And if you're listening to your feelings and you're being driven by that intuition, that soul piece of you, that divine piece of you, then follow it through with action. But follow it through with very balanced action, where you know you're dealing with it from the right place, not from a fear space. You're dealing it with from a love space, an understanding space, a compassion space, because you are about to set out on this new path here. And this is the Fool card. And you have got with you the knowledge that you need to start this journey. This is that little bag there on the back of the card, that the back of his wand that he's holding. So whatever's driving you at the moment, whatever passions, desires that you have already with you untapped spiritual knowledge, untapped soul knowledge that you just need to listen to. It's there, and every time we ask a question or we thank the universe, God, for an answer, it does respond to us. Sometimes through our own intuition, our own insight, sometimes through others who are messengers for us, sometimes through books, through films, through nature, through an experience that we go through. But we always get an answer at exactly the right time. So let's look a little bit more using my Affirmators Tarot, my darling, at this Justice card and the High Priestess. Thank you, Spirit. It's also been guided to say as well, it's about speaking your truth. Yes, that's the Justice card, and she's also wearing the blue in the High Priestess card. But it's speaking your truth from a way that resonates with you and with another that you are talking with. And that comes through listening to understand, not just to reply. Because when we listen to reply, we tend to be acting in the pain body side of us, the ego side of us that tries to protect us all the time. When we listen to understand, we're responding from the soul, from the heart. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. What else can you tell me about the Justice card and the High Priestess card for Taurus? Thank you, Spirit. So you've got Judgment. So you've got Justice and Judgment. Okay, so this is this is like a wake-up call for you. This is like a sort of new awareness. This is your pivotal moment. I mean, the Judgment card talks about an inner calling. It talks about a second chance of something. So I don't know if this does involve a second chance for somebody, but it's it could be a job. It could be a relationship. It's that receiving that light bulb moment at exactly the right time for you. And when you have the Judgment and Justice, it's kind of like, it's very rare. It's like the light bulb moment and then finding your truth, finding your way. And you've gone through, with this mountain here, some form of symbolic ending. I feel that there are times that you feel that you have felt overlooked, not listened to. And maybe that is why, you're also a very fair person. You want everything to be done in a right and just and fair way. And what's lovely is you've got this same sun from this Fool card, but you've also got it in the Judgment card here, isn't this a sweet card? And you've got the sun shining down on you. So when you are listening to what your soul is telling you, what your heart is telling you, you're listening to what is for your greatest good. And the sun represents, the divine there is shining down on you, is smiling down on you. If you have ever felt overlooked and it has made you feel less than deserving, this is a reminder to you that you are deserving of everything that you wish for. I am deserving. But it comes down to self-love and self-respect. And part of that respect is starting to listen to yourself. Maybe you need to, and this is something, as I say to you, I say to myself, because that's what I do with all my readings, that when we listen to understand, it's also listening to our soul to understand, because our soul knows all the answers, but it remembers it on the evolution of its soul, on our journey as our soul evolves. It remembers things. So this is something to do with an inner calling and a second chance for you. But let's have a look. Let's get a little bit more information. Thank you, Spirit. What else do you want to tell me? Thank you. God, there we go. Well, that is lovely. And that one wanted to show myself as well. Okay. And that one too. Right, I'll take all of them. Oh, and that one too. Thank you, Spirit. They're funny. So the first card that came out is the 10 of Cups. Now, I don't know if you know the tarot, but the 10 of Cups talks about that emotional fulfillment. It's 10. It's where you feel, cups are symbolic of emotions, they're positive or negative, romance, happiness, joy, relationships. And but the 10 of Cups is associated obviously with water. You've got the octopus, you've got the jellyfish here. Now the jellyfish, they can sting a little bit, can't they, if you touch them? But these little jellyfish, they're very in touch with each other. So wherever this journey is that you're going on, whatever decisions you make from your soul space, whatever decisions you make that are balanced and fair and right, whatever it is, my darling, whatever second chance in a calling, it is leading to this 10 of Cups. I do feel that there are children involved in this. Look at the look between the two jellyfish there. It's really beautiful. And actually what you've got surrounding it are 4 cups. So you've gone through something where maybe you weren't seeing it, or they weren't seeing it at the time, with the 4 of Cups also showing to me in this card. But it is leading you towards whatever this emotional fulfillment is for you. Now, you are coming out here as the Queen of Cups. And whoever it is that is coming towards you is coming in as the Knight of Pentacles. So there is a nervousness there with them. There is a feeling that you maybe they don't deserve you because they're a knight and you're a queen. And so they are going through whatever this journey is that they're on. Now, they may be with you now, but you're feeling, or they may have arrived already. Okay, and this is why you're making a balanced decision about this, or you're coming out of something, but somebody else is coming in for you. The energy is the same here. And what I'm picking up from this is that this Knight of Pentacles, who is with you now or coming in, has done their own journey. They've done their own journey. And they've done it in a way that they're coming in with the right intent. The Knight of Pentacles is that only knight that crosses the finishing line. They can be a little slow, like the tortoise, but they're not rushing forward like the hare. And this is also that note to self that, that the tortoise and the hare, we don't go at the pace that we're meant to go at. And if you sometimes rush something, you miss things along the way. So this Knight of Pentacles is coming in, and he's coming in as a beaver. So he's worked very hard. The beaver represents working very hard on yourself. So he's coming in as the beaver. He's worked very hard on himself. His visor is up. He's being open and honest. And he has his sword of truth, of clarity, of understanding what he doesn't want, understanding what he does want. And he's coming in with this cornerstone, this foundation for whatever it is he's going to offer you. Now, again, it may be a little slow. Now, what you're being asked to do is be as you are in the being, I am the Queen of Cups. Okay, and here you are as the mermaid. So there's something very magical about you. There's something very beautiful about you. You're very focused on love. You're very giving, you're very empathic, you're very kind, and you're very in touch with your emotions. And this little seahorse there, for me, talks about this person who's coming in, who's coming in towards you. It could also talk about you as well, because you will come in at the same energy, or you are already being in the same energy space of somebody who has mastered, battling their emotions, has sort of mastered can get overwhelmed by their emotions at times, but they've managed to balance themselves within their emotions, staying still. And seahorses kind of do that. They've sort of managed to overcome nerves and overcome fear. And seahorses are so magical as well. And horses obviously go forward. So, but this seahorse is just being in this moment. And you've got this Three of Wands. And what I'm getting with this could be a past relationship for you, because the giraffe is looking backwards, not forwards. I know he's looking at the Three of Wands, but that was what was given to me. So for some of you, this could be a past relationship. And there has been rain. There has been emotion. There has been, grief. There has been things that have happened, but now the rainbow's appeared. The sun is coming out. A new cycle, and that sun is bringing with the rainbow great hope, great belief as well. And the lovely thing about the giraffe is that the giraffe represents seeing things from your higher self, because the giraffe obviously can, whatever may seem bigger and more difficult to walk through, climb over, the giraffe, when you're seeing it from your higher self, everything doesn't look so huge and scary. And the Three of Wands here is about manifestations. Whatever you've been manifesting has come in for you, is coming in for you. But it's coming in again at divine timing, at the natural pace that it should come in for you. So let's have a look now at the Sacred Traveler deck, the Oracle deck, to see what else the messages Spirit has for you for this reading. Thank you. With the Queen of Cups, before I move on, it's very important that you continue to focus on your self-love, my darling. That is the foundation of everything. That cup that you're holding is the foundation of everything in terms of the relationship we have with ourselves, but also with others. Because when you love yourself the way you are intended to love yourself, because we forget about ourselves, don't we? When we are so busy loving and looking after other people, as the Queen of Cups, we can forget about ourselves, and we can forget about doing what is right for us. But when you come into a place of showing yourself love and showing yourself respect and listening to yourself and showing yourself care as well, learning to say no, creating healthy boundaries. What that does is it means you almost become this vessel of love, because that's all we are. We are love. That is the energy of the universe. And when you become that vessel of love, that cup of love, all you then want to do is share that with another. You don't have the need in you for another to love you to make you feel lovable. That's why it's so important. As you know, I can see this with this reading. Although the Judgment card with the little mouse makes me feel that there has been something in your past that has put you down, but you've learned from it. And that's why that lesson came in for you to learn and grow and evolve from it. But you keep focusing on you, my darling. You keep focusing on your self-love, because that person is coming in for you in the same energy space as you are. And if you are there, literally loving from a place of love without needing to receive it to feel lovable, then this relationship is this is why it's the 10 of Cups. You're completely in sync and in tune with one another. Look, I mean, I don't even need to pull my cards. They already knew what was coming out, what your guides did too. At the bottom of the deck, before I've even started, we've got Voyage of the Heart. This is a new deck for me, so this is lovely. Voyage of the Heart, and it says love flows through you and to you. So that is just confirmation for me about what I talked about. And there is definitely a new cycle coming in for you. Do you see there with the crescent moon and with the star, it just talks about it being guided by the universe. There's nothing you really need to do, my darling, other than continue to focus on what's right for you and looking after yourself. So let's have a look now just to see if there's any other message before I wrap up this reading for you. Thank you, Spirit. There was one. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Do you see there? Wandering path, enjoy the journey. And there is a compass there as well. So Mr. Fox is kind of a master problem solver. So what this is saying to me is that you're very adept at, finding solutions to things, not really seeing things as a problem, but always finding solution. And you're happy to wander. You very much are a free spirit. This wandering path it's about to wander is not to rush. To wander is to enjoy. To wander is to be in the moment. To wander is to see all the adjacent possibilities that come in for you. And you don't, there's like a tree stump there. It's not like you don't tend, as I said, to get stumped by things. You always look for the next thing to do, the next path to do. And this path may take you sort of ups and downs, but enjoy the journey. So Spirit is saying to me that you have come, you've obviously come on a long journey already, and you've been through one cycle where you have really shifted and evolved and learnt and grown. And so therefore now this new cycle that you're coming into, which has this 10 of Cups in it, they're saying, enjoy it, my darling, enjoy it. I think that's it. I don't know why I picked up the cards again. Was there one more, my guys? And yes, faraway places, get ready for new horizons. So what I can say here is that you are going to be traveling. I don't know if that means anything for anybody, but you're going to be traveling, and it's there's watermelon in there, which makes me laugh because it's all about the seeds of growth lie within us, and the water represents emotions, and so this is something that's going to be a very emotional, fulfilling journey for you. You have felt for a long time caged, trapped in whatever space that you've been in. And now you're going to literally, this is why you're enjoying this enjoy the journey, wandering places. It's like you're planning the trips already. It's like you know about them already, and you're planning where you're planning on traveling to. And I'm so excited for you. It's lovely. You've got all you need for this journey. That's what they're telling me. You've got all you need for this journey. There may be some things you won't understand on this journey, but don't worry. Wherever you're going, it's part of your life path. And remember that, coming back to the Justice card as well. It's all part of your life path. So you are on this path, finding your truth. And faraway places, it's something that, as I said, you have not experienced before. You never felt that you would be able to do this. Now, this could also be talking about emotional experiences that are going to be happening for you in your life. But it's going to be, they're saying smooth sailing. It's going to be smooth sailing for you. And I can also see here that, okay, so what they're also telling me is that you have, it looks to me like a sort of snake basket there. You can't see the snake. Now, don't worry, because the snake in this one represents that rebirth, about shedding your old skin and moving forward. So you've shed, you've learned, and you're moving forward. They're also telling me snakes are a wonderful teacher for us about direct perception, because a snake can't hear, it can only see. And many of you have heard me say this before. But for those of you that haven't, a snake doesn't get fearful, it doesn't get angry per se, it just relies instinctively on what direction to move forward. And so this is about you relying on your direct perception. And that's your direct perception of your pure soul, loving energy to guide you. Take that leap of faith. Don't fear. Because if we knew what was going to happen in our lives, if we knew every step that was going to happen, would we do it? Part of the excitement and the adventure is the not knowing. But if we're feeling it, then do it, because we were created to create, and you're about to create a whole new experience for yourself, my darling. So there we are, Taurus. I hope you love that reading. I love doing that one for you. I will be doing more for you in August, but in the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.